Hey guys. How are ya? Alright, I got YouTube up and running. They changed the layout of when you start a live stream and I wasn't expecting that. Always gotta relearn how to do it. We're reading August 1899 today. I'll give everyone a minute because this is not my normal day. So I want to make sure that people know that I'm here. And I won't be live tomorrow like usual. But next Thursday, I will be. So while we're waiting, I'll just put it in. Next Thursday, the 16th. Okay. So that will be up in a couple minutes if you like to sign up for the live events, if that helps. Okay. So we're reading through Myrtie's diary. She's up in the corner, her 1899 diary. This is one of three. So we have 1899. There are two more that look just like it, but from 1900 and 1905. The pages are very small. The entries are very small, so that's why I take the pictures of them and blow them up so you guys can see them. So, without further ado, let's start. Okay. I am still having a problem with my wrist, so we'll see how far we get. I washed, helped about the housework, some. Father got the buildings insured. He, mother, and I stayed at home all night. Hello, living owl. Okay, this one I can't zoom into the top one very much, sorry. If I zoom in, it cuts off. So, August 2nd. Father and mother went to Montpelier and Berry. I learned how to pronounce those two towns. I stayed at home and did the housework. Ironed some. Am not very well. We all stayed, hey Holly, at home all night. August 3rd, I gave Ada Taylor a music lesson. I can zoom into that one a little more. She paid me up to date $1. Ooh, I have a theory. I helped about the housework. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. Hey, Baz, or Baze. I'm thinking about something. Remember she's been writing symbols on music lesson nights? I wonder if it's to notate if she was paid or not. So let's look up, let's see Ada Taylor. And I didn't, of course, mark down if she put a note on it. So I'm going to have to go back. So the June 16th. Okay. X. I don't know what this is, but an X. Interesting. Next one, the 23rd. 0X. Okay. The 30th. 00. July 10th. Come on. Oh, I got an X over here. Hold on. July 10th. Zero, zero. July 20th. Nothing. And then the last one, she said she paid her up to date. Maybe it has to do with that. Definitely has to do with music lessons. I wonder, let me search. The other girl she gives music lessons to is Elsie Hastings. So let's see, when March 17th. I don't remember if she ever marked on Elsie's lesson days. This is all the way in March. Yeah, she didn't put any there. Maybe Elsie pays every time. March 24th. Nothing. April 7th. Nothing. April 28th. Nothing. May 20th, June 24th. May 20th. Nothing. Probably not going to see one on hers. June 24th. Oh, okay. Ada Taylor has an X. Okay, there is something. 0. Or circle. I don't know if it's actually a 0, but there is something there. June 24th. Then July 8th. Yes. Something. Plus. July 19th. Nothing. Okay, interesting. So definitely the notations still, they've been mostly on music lesson days. It's interesting that they've been mostly on Ada Taylor's music lesson days, except for a couple of them, which were different notations. And now Ada has paid up, like she owed her money. So I feel like it had to do with that, maybe. 0 for O's, yeah. Or like paid 0. Okay. August 3rd. August 4th. I don't know why. Hold on, I gotta move something over. I think I accidentally bumped that. Okay. Oh, thanks, Rachel. August 4th. I helped about the housework. Jay Williams, thank you. It is cool. It's fun. Mrs. Irvin or Irwin? Looks like Irvin. Robinson and the children and Lucy are visited here. Yeah, I know. It is sweet that it's in Vermont. I'm a New Englander, so it feels closer to home than the Iowa diaries we've been reading. Father and mother went to Eunice Campbell's and back. So interesting that she has started calling her that. We all stayed. I'm gonna have trouble typing today. My hand is not working as well as it usually is. We all stayed at home all night. Okay, Eunice Campbell is Myrtie's stepmother's mother. And she's been calling her Mother Campbell for a long time. And then all of a sudden now she's calling her by her actual name. I haven't read any Tennessee diaries, no. All right. August 5th. The Wheeler picnic is today. Oh, we did not go. Okay, because I was just thinking. There's a picture on this Flickr website. I wonder what year it's from. Of a Wheeler family reunion. I don't think it's this, but... Oh no, that's Wheelock anyway. I did put Wheeler, right? Wheeler? Okay. There was a picture here. Wheeler family reunion. Oh, okay, but this is 1910 anyway, so it's years later. But how cool would it be if she's like, we went. I took a picture in the front row. This is the family. I don't know if she's in this picture. But that's the Wheeler family. So they must have it every year. Yay, New England gal too. I tell people about your lives in this Vermont diary, and they're like, yeah, you would love that. Yeah. It's a niche thing, but it appeals to a lot more people than I thought it would. Any major developments? No. A lot of the same. I don't know if you saw the development where I think we've identified this picture of them. You probably have seen this because I've been talking about it for a while, but there's a picture that I found online in a collection of all old photos from the town that Myrtie lived in. And this one is labeled a sleigh ride and it's unknown people, but I 99.99% believe that this is Myrtie and her dad. And I think most of you guys agree too. Sometimes my brain will just try to make sense. Like if I'm looking at an old picture that's fuzzy, I can kind of convince myself of anything, like it could be anybody. But this, truly, like they both not only have similar facial structure as the people in the photos, but then coupling it with the fact that they're together and their father and daughter, they would be together. Like, I think it's them. And then we'd also, if that's them, then we know the horse's name is Parnell, which I love. I sent a message to the girl on, or I assume it's a girl, I shouldn't assume, to the person on Flickr who has these photos, and I told them that I think I've identified them. And I should have said, and the horse's name is Parnell. I will if they answer me. All right, the Wheeler picnic is today. We did not go. I finished sewing my hat, helped about the housework. Father went to Worcester to see about a school for me. Oh, is she changing schools? We all stayed at home all night. Let's see if the Wheeler picnic is mentioned. August 1899. Maybe it's not in Calais, so we'll say just Vermont. That is too broad, though. So Wheeler picnic. Oh! The Wheeler picnic at Curtis Pond. Oh, it's in Calais on Saturday. Was a very enjoyable affair. About 230 persons, including 40 members of the family, being present. Only 40 members of the family, but 250 actually people were there. Clarence Wheeler was elected president and Emma Wheeler secretary. Maybe they don't count the children and wives as members of the family, but that seems like a very large number of people versus a small number of family. Let's see what this one says. Nearly 300 people attended the Wheeler picnic and reunion. Oh, maybe it's just like not just a family reunion. At Curtis Pond, all report a very enjoyable time. The Callis band rendered efficient service. Wouldn't you like that if you had a band and they said, oh, your performance was efficient? And maybe, I don't know, maybe they mean the service was efficient, like the ceremony? And a literary and musical program was presented. Among those present from out of town were Dr. O.S. Wheeler, Massachusetts, Mason Wheeler of Massachusetts, Elmer Wheeler of, lots of Massachusetts, Ari Wheeler and wife of Hardwick, E.O. Wheeler and daughter, and George E. Wheeler of Bury, Van Buren Hill, and wife of St. Johnsbury. Well, I should save one of these articles. It seems kind of like repetitive. Okay, I'm gonna just maybe one of these that look a little better. I thought you went live on... I do go live on Thursdays, but this week I have something tomorrow. After school. After work, which is school, but I have to go live today instead. Okay, save this. But I do usually go live Thursdays at 6. My eyes are really struggling. Okay, here. Okay. It's always so surreal when you find an article about the something. Okay, sorry, I can't talk either, apparently. Yes, it is. It's cool. It's like almost as good as finding a picture. No, this diary is not from a digital archive. I just took pictures of it to make it easier to share, but I have the physical diary. Okay. Where am I going? Oh my god, I'm so tired. Okay. August 6th. Father spoke... I don't say the name of that town. Mother and I at home. He took dinner at Walter Jacobs. We all stayed at home all night. Walter Jacobs is a new name. Let's say we think he... I'm just going to put Washington County. Vermont County. Oh my god, seriously? Vermont. There. This is so interesting. I didn't know people did this. Yes, I am probably one of the few. A lot of people research old diaries, but I don't know. Oh, sorry. A lot of people research old diaries, but I don't know how many people share on live. Why do you think they recorded Who Stayed at Home All Night? I don't know, because she says it every single day. So you'd think, like, if it's the norm, why say it? I don't know. She does, though. Every day she tells us. Walter Wallace Jacobs Jr. That cannot possibly be him. Okay, so Walter Jacobs, we don't know yet. Maybe she'll mention more about him. August 7th. Father and mother went to... the graveside website is findagrave.com. It's a great website for this kind of thing. Okay, father and mother went to Montpelier to see about her teeth. I trimmed my hat and did the housework. We all stayed at home all night. You're in Worcester, Vermont? I ask because I'm from Massachusetts and we have a Worcester here too. And every time I see Worcester, Vermont, I think about Worcester, Massachusetts. Oh, yep. Actually, I think they mentioned that city too, somewhere. There's at least a few Massachusetts towns that some of her family are from. We all stayed at home all night. Feels like a solid alibi. Yep. Father went to M.S. Hathaway's to see about the number 7 school. I have a picture of that school. I took it for $6 per week. Oh, cool. We can look up how much her salary was. Sorry, I really can't type today. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. Okay, so I have a picture of her school in here somewhere. Here. That's her school where she worked. And let's see. I think it's the same school that she taught in before, but it's interesting that she might have to like go apply every single year or something. Or maybe she had to see where she was assigned to. Maybe they would change her assignment to a different schoolhouse or something. I don't know. Yes, it is very cute. There's that picture, and then there's one more. This one. Which is, I mean, it's like the same thing, but without a child in it. But it's kind of cool to see the kid. Okay. Was I going to look up anything else? I don't know if we've already searched M.S. Hathaway, but I'm just going to keep going. Father carried me to Montpelier. I went to the teacher's examination. Stayed all night at Herbert Wheeler's. Martha Doty stayed all night with mother. Father stayed all night at Sylvanus. Is this the... Oh, no, this is not for the Library of Congress. This is just for me. But they do a volunteer transcribing, translating different documents. I've seen that. Okay, so let's find out more about the teacher's examination then. Maybe she has to do that every year? I don't know. Teachers... I don't know if I'm going to get anything if I search that, but we'll try. Teacher's examination. Special teacher's examination. Okay. I'm going to narrow it down. Teacher's examinations. Here we go. This is in her city, or her county. The public examinations of teachers for Washington County will be held as follows. So she went to Montpelier. Yep, perfect. Okay, that makes sense. So she went there on the 9th. That's when they were. The usual certificates of character will be required. Examinations will also be given for entrance to any of the normal schools. I wonder why she has to take a test. Save this. Too many tabs. Recertification? Possibly, yeah. She's 32, so she's definitely not like a brand new teacher, but Bristol remote. Oh, I'm still just in. Okay, that's a different. I need to be in this tab. Okay. Doesn't really give us any detail, just that it's that day. A public examination for teachers is being held in GAR Hall. 2 sessions were held today, forenoon and afternoon. 2 sessions will be held tomorrow. 12 candidates are in attendance, 11 for certificates to teach, and 1 for entrance to normal school. Oh, hey, check it out. Her name's here. The examinations are being conducted, blah, 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 blah. Candidates are Lily and Ryan. Myrtie Wheeler was in here. I just saw her right here. Okay. Wonder if it will tell us if she was just getting a certificate or if she wants to go to the normal school. Maybe I'll look up her name. Normal school is a teaching school. That's what they used to call it. Schools in town are to commence next Monday. The teachers are blah, blah, blah. Number 7, Miss Myrtie Wheeler. Was that the date that she went? Oh, no, this is August 31st. So maybe she had to go get recertified or something, and then she could officially teach at this school again. I don't know, because she was teaching there the last school year. It's not like she's just starting. Okay, well, let's keep going. I attended the teacher's examination. At Montpelier. Father and I came home. Mother is at home. Oh, I wanted to look up Sylvanus too. Why do all old people have the same handwriting? You'd think, but actually there's a great variance because we have read some, oh, I already typed that. We have read some diaries that have been a struggle to get through because the handwriting is so unique. We'll put it that way. We all stayed at home all night. But yes, a lot of the women's handwriting I find in general, I don't want to like say that every woman's handwriting is better, but a lot of the women that we've read have been easier to read. I also think that handwriting was more deliberately taught. This is just a guess, but like I'm pretty sure handwriting was more like drilled back then too. Whereas now, like, they practice, like, learning to write, but I don't know how much handwriting itself is focused on in school. Helped about. I am about home. Helped about the housework. Father and mother went to Mr. Chauncey Hunt. I love that name. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. This is one of the first, if not the first, blank entries. The hobby I didn't know I needed to see. Oh, I love that. Thanks, Nova. Thanks for being here. Okay. 12th and 13th are blank. I wish I could zoom in a little bit better without Myrtie getting in the way up there. I could move her, but I'm lazy. I might only get through half of the month today. The night she didn't stay home, yeah. She can't say she stayed home. She went somewhere crazy. Didn't get to write in her diary. Father and mother went to Montpelier to see about her teeth. I stayed at home and did housework. Wonder what's going on with Mom's teeth. Uncle Orrin Wheeler came. He, father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. She is 32. I don't know what the significance of staying home all night is. I think that's just what they did that every day, so I'm not sure why she mentions it every day. Father took Frank Fuller's Taurus home. I drove Parnell, the horse, I think we have a picture of Parnell, over to Frank's. Uncle Orrin. Anyone ever seen Parks and Rec? Orrin? Bro, how much did she write? You have been doing this so much. Well, she has pretty small entries, actually. I've only been doing Myrtie's for like 8 weeks, so like 8 lives. But we were reading Ralph Slippy's diaries before this, so I've been doing this for like years. But Myrtie's diary, in the grand scheme of things, we actually haven't been reading it for too long. But we have 3 diaries of hers. We're going to read through 3. Uncle Orrin went with me. We took tea at Luther Wheeler's. Mother is at home. We all stayed at home all night. All right. I'm going to write down Orrin Wheeler. I don't know if I think we might have found Luther Wheeler before. I had the Sylvanus guy I wanted to write down. I think I might have found Chauncey also. Sylvanus. Keys. I thought we had found a picture of Chauncey. No, I don't know why that's coming up. Oh, because I put Hunt, that's why. I thought I put Chauncey. I don't think there's one on this website, no. Somewhere I saw something about him. Maybe it was just an article. The website for newspapers is newspapers.com. It's a paid subscription, though. You have to subscribe to it. August 16th. Father fixed water works. I don't know what that is. You can get a bundle. Yes. I have a bundle. I pay for it through Ancestry, or I get some kind of discount, I think. I don't know. I get charged separately, though. I'm not sure. It's mostly... Is it mostly day-by-day events rather than... Yes, definitely. And I find that's the case with most of the old diaries that we read. It's a lot of just day-to-day stuff and not so much like feelings or things that we'd find in diaries nowadays. Like, it's not pouring out emotions. Mrs. Ed Wheeler visited here. Martha called. Father and mother went to Worcester, P.O. All stayed at home all night. All right. I gave Elsie Hastings a music lesson. Mother and I are washing. I washed Father's. Yeah, nothing really too notable has happened. She's done a lot of laundry. She took a teaching exam. I don't know how she did yet. I washed Father's clothes and helped about the house. She does a lot of housework every day, and then when she's not doing that, she's a teacher and she goes to her schoolhouse. Father trimmed hedge. We all stayed at home all night. Shocker. 18th. finished washing. Father finished trimming hedge. I helped about the housework. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. I sewed some. Helped about the housework. Father made a something way, car way, bar way in front of the house. Bar way? I wonder what that is. It does look like it says that. He, mother, and I stayed at home all night. Oh, how do I search that? What's a barway? A gateway. Okay, a temporary bar closed opening in a wall or fence, often found in rural settings for livestock or to a shallow sandbar. Okay, well, it's not a river, so. Okay, so it's a gateway for livestock. Makes total sense. I've never heard that term before. Father spoke at that town. I was with him. Mother stayed at home. We all stayed at home all night. I don't know what that till is. That an abbreviation that I don't know? It's embarrassing. What is it? What does it stand for? We all stayed at home all night. August 21st. Today I learned what TIL means. Today I learned what today I learned. It's Inception. Learning Inception. I called to Mr. Geimers, helped about housework. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. I don't know who that is, Mr. Geimer. August 22nd. We've been breezing through her months. Father and mother went. I just joined. This is so cool. Where do you get these diary pictures? I get them from the actual diaries. The diaries I get from eBay. So I actually bought one of Myrtie's diaries on eBay from 1905. And then when we started to research it, I found on Ancestry there was somebody else who had a couple of diaries that they were reading of hers. And I talked to that person and we were like going back and forth and she sent me them. So 2 were donated to me by that wonderful lady. 1899 and 1900, and then the 1905 one I had already. So that's where I got these. But I've gotten them from eBay, from estate sales. I've had a few donated to me, so they come from all different places. But I just take pictures of the pages so that I can zoom into them because they're really tiny. Back in the day when I first started live streaming, they're really small. I don't even remember actually how I had it set up. I think I had pictures still on my computer, but I had my iPad like tilted because I didn't know how to. I don't think even TikTok had the option to do it on the PC and like arrange everything like I have on the screen here. So I was like, I had this like crazy setup with my phone and showing my face, but showing also what's in front of us. And it was just like really hard to focus and stuff. It was crazy. Are you using webcam? It's a webcam, yeah. What is her father's name? Benjamin Wheeler. Benjamin F. Wheeler. She does love staying at home all night, every night. Father and mother went to Sabin Pond to a picnic. I stayed at home and did the housework. Sewed some. Her birth mother died, I think, of tuberculosis. I think I had noted that somewhere. I might be wrong there, but I think I wrote down. Yes, her birth mother died at age 39 of tuberculosis. And her stepmother is only going to live a couple more years. This is her grandfather. We have a picture. This is her. And then her dad. Okay. Sewed some. Father and I stayed at home all night. My second great grandma died of smallpox in 1894. That's crazy to even think about. We have a smallpox cemetery in our town. I went there. It was crazy. Father and I stayed at home all night. It's like in the woods, kind of hidden. Mother at her mother. Campbell's. What do you do with the transcripts? I upload them to my website, and then I also, during the time that we're researching these diaries, I try to find descendants. So if I find someone who would be interested in them, I send the transcripts to them too. And I do try to send the physical copies to somebody who is a descendant of the writer as well. Father painted the pantry floor and the white places in the kitchen. I wish we had a picture of the house. I baked and did the housework. And stirred paint. We stayed at home. Oh, thank you. Thanks. We stayed at home. Mother at her. Mother Campbell's. Okay. Crazy part is her husband remarried a year later to a woman whose husband died of smallpox same time. Oh, well, at least they understood each other, right? That's brutal. I remember reading, I think I was reading it when I was interested in the smallpox cemetery around here. And I was like, just thinking about why they were in a separate cemetery. And I'm pretty sure they thought that people could catch it from the corpse. Like, that's why they buried them somewhere else, right? Like, to further quarantine? I don't know. They got divorced a few years later and abandoned their kids with their mother. Wait, hold on. They got divorced a few years later and abandoned their kids with... Oh, God. I actually don't know if that's true. Is that 100% why? Okay. I didn't want to, like, spread misinformation, but I thought that maybe it was. Or it could have been, like, that just they had a large amount of deaths at one time and just put them all in the same place, but... there were cemeteries existed, so I don't know. Maybe as a memorial. Yes, like it could have been grouped by the cause, or it could have been, I don't know. Maybe we should look it up. They lived near Detroit and caught it. Oh. There was, this is not the same thing, but in one of the diaries that we read, it was, let me think. Was it Ralph's diary or the Weatherman diaries? I don't know. One of them was going to visit, maybe not, I don't know. They were going through a town on a train, and it passed through a, like, the town was basically a compound for like a large tuberculosis sanatorium, and like the sanatorium was there, and it was basically a town. Like the way it functioned. There were so many people there, nurses lived there, whatever. And I was reading about it in one of the newspaper articles that when people would go by in the train, they would hold their breath, like through that portion. They would try to hold their breath so that they didn't catch it. Like they were scared of catching the tuberculosis. Reminds me of a popular 80s Canadian TV show called The Campbells. Okay, let's see. Why did they bury Smallpox victims in separate cemeteries. A visit to the old pioneer burying ground in Westford. Oh, okay, so there's a lot of these. Okay, close. Before a global vaccination effort led to its eradication in 1980, smallpox struck worldwide, killing as many as a third of its victims and disfiguring survivors. In Massachusetts, cemeteries for smallpox victims tell the story of outbreaks and 4 centuries of attempts to contain and defeat the disease. You can't understand smallpox cemeteries without the idea of quarantining people who had it, but that continues longer than I think people would imagine. Quarantining both the living and the dead. Yeah, I must have read this. There is a concern about whether someone's body is contagious. The isolated burial is part of what becomes a public health sensibility. Oh, this is so cool but weird. This fence. It's creepy. What's in Framingham? I find the father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. A somewhat suspicious alibi establishing. Yes, it is a little sus. Okay, so that is why. Father painted the pantry and kitchen floors. We went to Otis Wheeler's in the afternoon and stayed all night. Mother is at her Mother Campbell's. Father and I took dinner at Uncle GB Wheeler's. We went home in the afternoon. Stayed at home all night. Mother is at her Mother Campbell's. GB Wheeler. It's funny. We call Claude, our cat, a GB. A good boy. So we say he's such a GB all the time. And whenever I see that now, that's all I think of. He's a GB. Okay, have any of you seen the dog on TikTok that they sing the song to? They sing the Greenie song every afternoon when he's gonna get his treat. Have any of you seen that? It went viral like recently, so I think the odds are high. He went to the P.O. Yes, okay, right? I love that dog too. I thought it was the funniest thing. We started singing that song, not Greenie, we say treaty instead of Greenie, and we started singing it to Claude before we give him his treats, and Claude like loves treats. So he already goes crazy when he hears the little crinkle of the plastic, you know? And I've been trying, I'm like, I wonder if I can get him to learn that song is meaning treats. And so me and Ian have both been making a point every time we give him one, we both sing the song and then give him the treat. And he wasn't like summoned by the song at first, but I am pretty sure, I did it today right before I came on here, I'm pretty sure he knows. Like I sang the song and I didn't walk near the treats, like I didn't give any other indication I was gonna give him one, and he ran up to me. And Claude is not a kind of cat that like just comes up to you. You saw him probably, he lurks. He's not the kind of cat that will just run up to me for no reason, you know? Only if there's food involved. Wonder if I sang it right now if he'd come. But then I don't have a treat for him, so that would be rude. There's a whole scandal in the diary 5 years from now. Adulterous optometrist. Yes. Is that 5 years after this? I don't even remember. Oh, yeah. Wait. Was that when we were looking at the 1905 diary? I don't even remember when that came up. Hey, Nikki. It's going good. How are you? He went He went to the post office at night. At night. I did the housework. We stayed at home. Okay. All night. What is that from? At night. What is that? Is it SpongeBob? Okay. Thank you. Can you, where did it come from? Because I know it. But, like, where? What did he say? Oh, taking out the trash at night. Oh, is it when the Krusty Krab is open for, like, 24 hours or something? Is that what it is? I don't remember. Isn't that funny, though? I don't even remember the context, but I remember at night. We stayed at home all night. He has to stay late. Yeah, and he's, like, excited about it, and probably Squidward's not. Okay, let's look it up. SpongeBob. Oh, and then he's scared.
You mean outside?
That's where the dumpster is, yes.
I don't know, Squidward. It's kind of dark out there.
Who would have thought we'd take a SpongeBob break?
You're right. For the Krusty Krab!
I missed this show.
Piece of cake.
It's like a universal language for our generation. Everybody, like, the quotes. We all know. We stayed at home all night. That's the 26th. Mother is at her Mother Campbell's. Ian's taking out the trash at night right now. August 27th, 1899. I did the housework. Father went after Mother. She is at her Mother Campbell's. Old SpongeBob is genius, yes. She came home. We all stayed at home all night. What'd you do all night? Stayed at home. Father and Mother went to Montpelier to see about her teeth. I did the housework. We all stayed at home all night. My 7-year-old daughter said that's Jackson, which is my 14-year-old son. What's Jackson? I don't know what you're talking about. I missed something. August 29th. How old is Myrtie? She's 32. I do not feel very well. Father mowed and got in his oats. I helped about the housework. Father, Mother, and I stayed. Didn't finish. Probably stayed at home all night. I let her watch the SpongeBob. Oh, okay, yeah. SpongeBob clip. Love SpongeBob. I am sick. Washed the dishes. Father fixed wire fence about the hedge. Father, Mother, and I stayed at home all night. She passed out, yeah. Mother and I stayed. August 31st. I gave Elsie Hastings a music lesson. Even though she's sick, do not feel very well. What if she gives her smallpox? I washed some. Father, Mother, and I stayed at home all night. I helped about the housework. Okay. That's August. So, there were a couple of people. I wrote I have instead of I gave. Thank you. I gave. There were a couple of people I wanted to look up before we log off. How many of Myrtie's diaries? We have 3 total. So after this one, 2 more. No social distancing. They didn't quarantine until after they died. Okay. Rosanna. Oh, that was from last time. Rosanna Kennison, but we never found her. G.B. Wheeler. Let's look up Sylvanus. That's such a unique name. I feel like we can find him. There he is. Sylvanus Keys. Son of Zelie Keys and Shua Mason. What names we have here. Sylvanus married his second wife on June 7th, 1899. Ooh. That's the same year as the diary. Okay. No picture. Oh, another Chauncey. Must have been a popular name back then. Because she just used her diaries. Crazy to think she might have felt and experienced a lot during her days, but we have no idea because she just used the diaries to keep track of the days. Yes. Kind of sad that they don't share as many feelings with us, but yeah, it is true. Because obviously they weren't just cold-hearted like robots. They must have been a lot of just things going on, dramas. I wish she would write about her days at school. I wish she would write about, sorry, I was reading the comment and I half spoke and half read. I wish she would tell us about her students. Flip back to June 7th, see if Myrtie went to the wedding. I don't think so. No, she taught school and stayed all night at H.W. Towns' house. All right. I think I'm going to go because I'm pretty tired. I'm starting to get a headache. What a long week. I have been dragging through this week because my best friend is getting married on Sunday. And that's all I can think about all week. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do anything. I'm making a speech, so I have to practice that tonight. Ian's going to listen to me. Not technically bridesmaids. She's not doing bridesmaids, but it's a group of like her sisters and 2 of her friends, including me. We're going to all get ready together and I'm making a speech. So a lot of the elements of bridesmaids, but not like official. They don't have a wedding party. All right. Thanks, Maddie. So next time is actually next Thursday. My usual day to go live is Thursdays. So I will be on next Thursday, the 16th at 6 p.m. Yes, it will be very fun. Looking forward to it. All right. Have a good night, everybody, and have a great week. And I'll see you next time. If you like to sign up for the live events, it is on my TikTok. So if you go to my TikTok page, you can see, I think it says live today at 6. So you have to click on the part that says live today at 6, and then it should show you the next one for, hold on, let's see. Is it updated? No. Can someone just confirm if that's up there? Because I can't see it. I don't know if it's just not updated for me or if it didn't go through. The next video meeting, I don't know yet. We have to book that. I don't think it's there. I don't think my live event registered. Just says live today. Okay. I'm going to try to make it again. I just did get a thing that said my internet connection is unstable, so I wonder if it didn't post for some reason. Oh, okay. It does say I have it for 10/16 at 6 p.m., but when I click on it from my profile, I don't see it. So let's do this. I'm going to delete it and try to create it. October 16th. Oh, inactivity. No. Create. Event created. Usually it's pretty instant. It only takes a couple of seconds to pop up. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe when this live is over, it'll update. Usually it does it before. Usually when you click on it and there's multiple, something pops up and shows you the multiple ones. I don't know. Either way, it'll be up there at some point, but I also update my Discord. I let people know when I'm going live. So that's why a lot of you knew that I was going live today instead of tomorrow. Oh, good question. When do the clocks go back? Let me look at my calendar. Because that affects some of you guys. When the heck is daylight savings time? November 2nd is when our clocks go back. Sunday, November 2nd. So that would affect the live on the 6th of November. And for a couple of weeks, I think, right? Before you guys catch up. And we'll make sure, actually, that's November, so that shouldn't affect the October video meeting. But for November, we'll have to make sure that everybody is on the same page. Okay. I hope you guys have a good week. I'll see you next time. And I'll let the diary detectives know when we figure out when our meeting will be. Ours go back before then. Oh, yours go back before then. Okay. Is that the last week in October, or you'll have to remind me again? So it affects October then, not November. Okay. The 26th. Do you guys do the Sunday too? I'll put it in my calendar, but I'll forget it's there. So just remind me. UK clocks back. And Ireland, right? I think Rachel usually. Okay, last Saturday. Yeah, okay. All right. Yes, you're right. It's Saturday night, not Sunday night. Because it always doesn't affect work, which is good. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good week.